Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you know how much I love you? I should tell. Hold on. Let me get the Instagram people up here. I love you so much that I'm here with no makeup on because I didn't have time. I love you that much. That's how much I love you, that I'm going to show up barefaced with all my wrinkles and spots and everything. So that's a lot of love. I'm willing to put my bare face on YouTube for posterity, for the rest of the world to see, because I love you guys so much. I can't not be here for you. So anyway, here we are. Yay, we're back for a session. I didn't abandon you. I'm here with you. I love you guys so much. I got to tell you something. Okay, this is a message. I'm going to tell it now, and then I'm going to tell it at the end too. So in case people aren't here in the beginning, see if our microphone's on. I am starting 2 magical mastermind groups. And if you don't know what a mastermind group is, this is a message for all of you out there that have witchy, magical, spiritual, woo-woo businesses. You guys, this is a message for you. Or if you're someone who wants to start a magical, witchy, woo-woo, spiritual business. If you're someone who has an experienced person who has a business, or a new business, or someone who wants to start a business, I've got 2 mastermind groups starting. A mastermind group is a small group where you get together. We're going to get together twice a month, and we're going to just share our successes. We're going to bring our, issues, problems, ideas, and we're going to share and help and support one another. It is an amazing thing. If you've ever been in a mastermind group, when I was starting, I had a mastermind group. We called ourselves the Sassy Solopreneurs. And my friend and I and a couple other women, we all got together and we talked about our businesses, and we really helped launch some amazing businesses. My business started because of that. And I had my friend who started Laura Ann's Jams. She started her business, Paniolo Productions, which is a music production business. We all got together. We really supported and built our businesses from the ground up by having this mastermind group. I've been feeling like I want to have a mastermind group again. So I'm starting 2 mastermind groups. I'm starting a newbies one for people who want to start businesses and who are thinking about starting a business, or who have just started a business and they want to build that business up. And I also have an experienced entrepreneur mastermind group for people who have been doing it for a while. I'll be involved in both groups. I'll be there in both groups, but it's going to be amazing. So we're kind of reaching capacity. If you are wanting or thinking about doing this, I would suggest that you go over, and then maybe today would be a good day, or the next, maybe by tomorrow, because I'm going to be sending out an email pretty soon. Go over to my website, go to parlorofwonders.com, go under instruction, and you'll go all the way to the bottom of that list of instruction. You'll see the Magical Mastermind Group. Click on that, and there's a place where you sort of set in a little application. It's just saying, your name, your business, what you're trying to accomplish. Do you want to be in the beginning group or the experienced group? And then I'm going to be sending out a message to everybody, and we're going to get these groups together. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm telling you, mastermind groups are crazy good for businesses and helping you grow, helping you focus, helping you get resources. People who have experiences will tell you great resources that help you along when you have questions or problems. You'll get a sense of support. They're really, really, really good. So read more about it. Go to parlorofwonders.com instruction, Magical Mastermind Group, or you can go to parlorofwonders.com/magical-mastermind-group. Either way. Okay. And apply in the next day or 2, because I'm going to start sending out messages about it, and we're going to get started. And once we get started, it's going to get going. So hope that you'll join me, magical people that have businesses or want to start businesses. It would be amazing. Hey, everybody. I was telling them earlier, I love you guys so much that I'm here with no makeup on, because I could not take 5 minutes extra to be late and put on makeup. So that's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. All right, let's look over at Instagram. I'll start with the questions now. Wendy's there. Hi, Kalinda and Paula. It's so sweet, Paula, saying, I love you. Wendy W says, hi, Madam Pamita and Law of Attraction. Should we visualize with our eyes closed or open? Which is most effective? Thank you so much. This is one of those things that you get to do on your own. You get to do it to experiment with it. So try both of those techniques. Try visualizing with your eyes closed, try visualizing with your eyes open. If you're driving and visualizing, I would recommend with your eyes open. But if you're sitting around the house and you're sitting down for some meditation or some visualizing, try it both ways and see which way works for you. Sometimes people like to focus on something like a candle flame, or they look at a mandala or a blank wall, or maybe they even look at a picture of the thing that they're trying to visualize and manifest. So that can be really helpful to do. Other people like to close their eyes and do the visualization that way. This is an easy enough experiment to do. There's no right or wrong way. It's just what works for you. So try both ways and see which one works better for you. Candle flame is a beautiful meditation tool, though. It might help you to do the visualization. So you can try that. I wouldn't suggest visualizing when you're watching TV or Netflix, probably less effective. But focusing on something meditative, putting on meditative music, all those things can be very helpful. And then try eyes closed and eyes open and see which one you do better with. All righty, my Instagrammers, my grammars. Let's see where we are. Hi, guys. AV News says, hi, love. Hi, guys. Hi. Pisces Dream says, hello, beautiful. Hi. Steph Door's waving. Alvin's here from my class. Book show. Jen, where's my hot dog? That's our joke. Jen is my roommate at the shop. She owns the big shop in front and the big bookshop in front. And I have a little corner of things there. And Jen always sends me a hot dog for no reason. Because hot dogs, why not? I want to see. Oh, there's the hot dog. If you look in the comments. All right. AV New 26 has a good question. What oils or rituals would you recommend to bring large amounts of money when I go to the casino? Oh, you want gambling luck. Fabulous. Fabulous. I know all the recipes for that. So gambling luck, there's specific things for gambling luck. There's an oil that I sell called Lady Luck oil that's very good. There's Lucky Buddha oil. There's Good Luck oil. There's, if you play numbers games like Keno or lottery or bingo, there's Lucky 13 oil, which is for numbers games. Those are all good oils. Lucky Mojo, Good Luck, Lucky Lady Luck, Lucky Buddha, Lucky 13. Those are all great. If you play cards, there's a oil. I always mess up the name. 3 jacks and a king. 3 jacks and a king. I said 4 jacks and a king. 3 jacks and a king. That I don't sell, but it is available elsewhere. That's good for card games. There are things that you can do besides put on oil. I talked about this in another Q&A. You can do make a chamomile tea. Chamomile tea you can get at the grocery store. It's not really hard to find. You can make some of that tea and you can wash your hands in that tea and then go to the casino. Don't wash your hands again. Put your hands in this chamomile infusion, not hot, boiling. You wait till it cools down, but pour it over your hands or rinse your hands and then let your hands air dry. Then go to the casino. Don't wash your hands. Don't touch it. And don't shake hands with anyone either, by the way. I didn't mention that in the last one. This is a very old kind of working. If you have put this luck on your hands, you don't want to give it to somebody else by shaking hands with them. So put the chamomile tea on your hands, let it air dry, go to the casino, don't shake hands with anyone or touch anyone, play your cards and don't, take a break, wash your hands or anything like that until you get home. Then you can wash your hands and do whatever. You should have good luck. That should bring more money to you. Another thing to do is to make a mojo bag. You can make a gambling mojo bag. Gambling mojo bag would have money herbs in it. So things like alfalfa, a nutmeg is very good. Buckeye nut is good for luck. You could put things like a lodestone for attraction or pyrite for bringing in that gold or citrine gemstone for bringing in that. You could wear citrine jewelry. Gold jewelry is also very good to wear. But you can bless it with these lucky oils if you want to, or you can carry those oils with you. And before you play, you can put those oils on your hands, just a little drop of it and rub it on your hands. All kinds of things that you can do. So hopefully those are some good tips to use. Chamomile tea, one of them. Drink the chamomile tea too. You could do that too, but you can wash your hands in it. That's the old way of working. Don't touch anyone. Don't shake hands with anyone because you don't want to give them your luck. Carry your mojo bag with all those herbs for money, alfalfa, blue flag root, patchouli, nutmeg, bay laurel is good for success. You can make a great mojo bag, put some stones in it, the lodestone, the pyrite, the citrine, all of those things are very good. So have some good luck at the casino. Good luck to you. I hope you have a great time. Casinos are fun. They can be very fun. All right. Looking over at YouTube, guys. Mystic Girl at the Crossroads. What a great name. I love that. I'd like to meet Mystic Girl at the Crossroads. My friend told me that her deity is different from her spirit guide, but I thought deities could be your spirit guide. Deities can be your spirit guide, but that doesn't mean that they are necessarily you've had contact with them or they are your spirit guide. So for example, there's plenty of people, I mean, I think a good example for Americans who have a pervading Christian religion. This is probably it is the most common religion in the States. If we look at that concept, you could have Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit be your deities, and yet still not have them be in your guide council. They can be separate worlds. It doesn't mean that they're in your guide council. They may not have stepped forward for her. That's another thing. Your deities your guides step forward when you're needing their assistance in a particular area. So it doesn't mean that God or Jesus or the Holy Spirit or Lakshmi, I see Lakshmi, it looks like in your picture, although it's so tiny, I can't tell, or Buddha or Muhammad or any of these spiritual entities or deities are not in your guide council. If you can have them as teachers or prophets or deities, but they don't necessarily, and it can be your religion, but it doesn't mean that they're offering you the daily guidance or the day-to-day stuff. Sometimes you'll have deities that will pop up in your spirit guide council who aren't even your religion. So you could have, for example, you could be Christian and have some deity from another faith come into your guide council and help you. I think it depends on how much of an old soul you are, how open-minded you are, and how open you are to having and inviting the best counselors in. I always say, bring me the best counseling, the best guidance, the best counselor to help me or assist me in this situation. And I don't discriminate as to who or what path it is, So I think that open-mindedness is helpful. And yet, some people are like, I only want to work with saints. Okay, so that's all right. You can have saints come in, or I only want to work with Hindu deities. Okay, that's okay. Then you can have them come in. But it doesn't, though they do cross over sometimes, and you do have, let's say, your faith and your guides correspond. It's not always the case. And sometimes you can have a deity without having them be your spirit guide at all, or like I said, you could have others, saints and prophets and deities from other religions come into your guide council too. So they're not mutually connected or exclusive. It's sort of, an option that's out there. So hopefully that explains it. I think that's Lakshmi in your picture. I can't tell. It's so tiny. It's like microscopic. It's like the size of a pea. I can't see. All right. Let's see who we have. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi, everybody. Leeds Hill. Hi. I had a very funny dream about you last night. I was going to give you some keys, and you had given me some gold coins to hold on, and they were collateral for the keys, which were going to open up some treasure chests. Very kind of magical, symbolic dream, but I don't know why you popped up in my dream. It was kind of cool and interesting. You just popped up. Joseph James. Hi, my darling. Joseph James is so wonderful. For the time being, I have suspended doing candle work for clients because I'm working on some course content, which I'm very excited to give to you, and the book that I'm working on. And so Joseph James, who is a wonderful root worker, is I'm sending my clients who need someone to do candle work for them to him. So if you have candle work that you want done, go check him out. He's at Joseph James Magic with a Magick. I think it's squarespace.com/Joseph James Magic, I think is your website, I hope. Or you could Google maybe Joseph James Magic and it would come up. He does amazing work. I'm going to put a link to you on my website so you have that so you can look it up on the pages where I do normally would have my candle spell work for clients. So you guys can look it up. Netbreaker Hermosa. Hi. Punk rock contingent here. Hi, White Hellebore. Hi. Okay, let's see if we got any. What's best for hot foot spells? I do them, but the person returns again. Okay. Let's talk about what a hot foot spell is and when to use it and why you would use it. So hot foot spell is a spell that you would do. It's very traditional hoodoo. A hot foot spell is it's kind of like pretty intense work. It's not, I think people think of hot foot work like, oh, I'll do hot foot here, there, everywhere, hot foot here and hot foot there, here, hot foot there, hot foot everywhere, hot foot. But that's really not what what they're designed for. A hot foot is not just a banishing spell. A banishing spell is a banishing spell. So if you're banishing someone, you want to get rid of somebody, you want to get somebody out of your life, a banishing spell is what you want. A hot foot spell is a lot stronger. It's like, I want you out of my life, and I want your life to be fucked. I want your life to be shit. I want your life to be really bad. So it's a more aggressive war working. You have to do, when you do a hot foot spell, you have to do some kind of cleansing work, some clearing work, because you've done something in a very traditional hoodoo way. We would do a hot foot spell, and then we would do a cleansing work with hyssop. So if you know what hyssop is, hyssop as an herb is something that you can use to make a hyssop infusion, a hyssop tea. You'd let that tea cool, and then you would do a bath, a cleansing bath. Hyssop is a very particular herb because it is mentioned in the Bible, and it is used for cleansing sin. So what that tells you is that when you, according to Christian ethics, when you're doing a hot foot spell, you're committing a sin. You're harming somebody. So we don't do hot foot anytime we want somebody out of our life. We're doing hot foot to destroy someone or to make someone miserable, to make their life hell. It's not something that you do willy-nilly. So I'm wondering if you're coming at hot foot in the right, kind of wondering if this is like the appropriate choice in the situation. Are there appropriate situations where hot foot is justified? Sure. If somebody's molesting your child, hell yeah, you can hot foot them. If somebody's beating your mom or your sister or your brother, if someone's abusing them violently, can you hot foot them? Sure, you can hot foot them. There's no problem with that because you're doing something that is, that the punishment fit the crime. This is somebody who's doing something really evil. But, somebody is annoying or somebody is, you don't like them, you might not want to do a hot foot. You might want to just do a banishing. So first, let's make sure that we're doing the appropriate level of work. Are you doing a hyssop cleanse after you do your hot foot? That's what I would ask, because I think there's something more to it than just doing a cleanse for sin. I think you're doing, because I'm not a Christian. And so I don't, that concept of like committing a sin and cleansing yourself and getting forgiveness doesn't exist in my ideology. But the idea that you're cutting energetic ties to someone does exist for me. And so a hyssop cleanse will cut that energetic tie. And if you're doing a hot foot and you're not doing a hyssop cleanse and that person keeps coming back to you, it may be because you have energetic ties to that person and they keep, it's like they have a way to get back to you because there's still ties between you. So I would do some hard cut and clear hyssop work, cleansing work to disconnect completely from that person. But first I want, with any hot foot work, I would want you to try first to do some banishing work. And unless they've done something completely heinous that you do want to destroy their life, then I wouldn't go to hot foot. I think people go to hot foot, they don't understand what it's used for, or they don't understand what kind of chaos they're creating, and they're still keeping their attachments. And so it's like handing a toddler a gun. The kid doesn't know what it is. They don't know how much their power they're working with, and they can cause a great deal of damage. So check and see with your guides, and check and see with your own, your own intuition and your own inner guidance if hot foot in destroying somebody's life is what your real aim is. Or is this something that you just want a simple banishing? And if that's the case, then you do a banishing spell. You use banishing oil, you use banishing powder. You don't use hot foot. So just a little advice on hot foot, what it's used for. And also doing that hyssop cleanse cuts the energy between the two of you. It cleanses you from the work that you've done. If that's your, spiritual belief is that there's sin and no sin, then that eliminates the sinful aspect of doing a hot foot spell, which is aggressive, very aggressive. All right. So hopefully I answered your question and can give you maybe the missing piece that may not have worked. Shin Chao says hello. Steve says hello. Hi. I don't know about beautiful. Today I have no makeup on. It's not pretty, but I did it because I love you guys. I didn't want to be late, so I didn't have time to put on makeup today. All right. Christine Conjure says, hi, Madam Pammy. Did you speak with a Valley Girl accent? I am from Southern California. We can't help it. This is how we talk. It's like the Californians on Saturday Night Live. We say the 405 and the 10, and we talk like surfers. So I can't help it. I do have a Valley Girl accent. Oh my gosh. I've been accused of that more than once. Is it cute? I hope it's cute. All right. Going over to Instagram, Ellie Bell and Faith Encouragement. Hi guys. Hi. Oh, Miller 7779. What should I do before buying a scratch off ticket? Everyone's gambling. Yeah, I'll answer your question, please. Of course, I'll answer your question. What should you do before buying a scratch off ticket? Well, talk about those gambling things that we talked about before you go buy your scratch off ticket. Rinse your hands in chamomile. Don't touch anyone. Don't shake hands with anyone. Go buy your ticket. And then do your scratching. You could also alternatively, because you're doing a numbers, it's kind of a numbers game. It's more number oriented than say cards or slot machines or something like that. You could use Lucky 13 oil and put that on your hands before you go buy your tickets, and just put a couple drops on your hands, rub your hands together, and then go buy your tickets. That's very good. Carry a mojo bag with you. Set up a luck altar. You can put an altar with all kinds of lucky talismans on it. Put the money that you're going to buy the scratchers with on that altar before you go buy your scratcher ticket. So you could conceivably, if you're going to spend $10 on scratchers, put that up for, a few days before, leave it up there for 3 days, 7 days, something like that on your luck altar, and then take that particular money down and go buy your scratchers or go buy your lottery tickets. Again, putting some money on it. You can put some lucky incense around it. There's good luck incense, or I think there might be Lucky 13 incense, all kinds of things like that can be very helpful for that. So yeah, so more gambling. Everyone's gambling this weekend. It's like, or has been gambling, is going to gamble this week. Marianne says, what is 7-Eleven holy oil? So 7-Eleven holy oil is a general blessing oil. So it's like a luck and blessing oil. It's a general blessing oil. It's like blessing oil in the small bottle, but you have a more, it's a bigger bottle. It's something that's used for, it's not as concentrated as the little oil that's like blessing oil, but it's an oil that you would use. You could add it to your bath. You could add it so that you increase your blessings. You could add it to a candle for blessing something. You could add it to bath products for people. Like, so if you want to do some sneaky work, you can add some 7-Eleven holy oil to, somebody's shampoo or body wash or something like that, add a little bit to it, shake it up. And then they're giving themselves that extra boost of blessings. Pray over it, set that intention that they receive the blessings. That's a nice way to work, a really nice if you have someone in your family who's like, I'm not going to do any kind of, I'm not into that, putting oil or working with incense, all that. You can do some of these things just to bless those people that you love. So not a bad thing to do, but it's an anointing oil. You can use it on candles. You can use it on yourself. You can use it in a bath. It's all good. All right. Cali girl, I hope you don't think I have an accent. Callie girl, any messages for me? Well, it could have messages for you, except that that's the Q&A isn't really about that. This isn't about, it's asking questions about magic versus getting a reading for someone. So if you want to do a reading with me, I would love to do a reading with you. And that we do over in my site. So you would go over to Parlor of Wonders, book a session with me, and I would love to give you some messages, spirit guide messages, or do a tarot reading for you or something like that. But our format here is more about having, questions about magic, questions about tarot, questions about spirit guides, and all of those things that would apply to everyone, so that everyone that hears it gets something from it, learns something from it. It's more like a learning format here. So come on over to my site though, and we'll have a reading together, and I'd be happy to tell you messages. Let's see what else we have on Insta. Anybody else? Delco Pa Mark. Delco, Pennsylvania Mark, Delco Pa Mark. Please excuse any typos. No problem. Concerning crystals, there seems to be a difference between clearing, charging, and programming. Can you clear and then program without charging? Why is charging necessary? So the idea of charging something comes from Wiccan and pagan practices, neo-pagan and Wiccan practices. So people that come from a more, what, used to be in the 80s, a new age or like a new age, kind of background, would do just clearing or cleansing crystals and then programming the crystals. So that's like setting what those definitions are. Is cleansing the crystal is like wiping the slate clean, and then programming it is telling the crystal what you want it to work for. The additional step of charging a crystal is putting your energy into a crystal. The benefit of charging a crystal, which is any of it is optional, really. I'm very much like easygoing. I'm not a rigid orthodoxy kind of person. Like, this is the one way of doing it. And anything that I teach, I say, this is the way I have worked, and this is the way that works for me, and try it out, and it can work for you too. But if you find out you like to do something in a different way, I'm not going to say your way is wrong. It's right for you. I'm only showing what's right for me, and hopefully you guys can learn something from that. So in terms of crystals, all these steps are really very optional, because the crystal itself has an energetic power. And whether you're using it in a more informal way, or you're actually doing a cleansing and doing a programming and doing a charging, those are options. Some people like to do those. I have found that all three of those steps add benefit to working with crystals, but your mileage may vary. You may find something else. So don't feel like there's one way and this is the right way, and there's a Bible that says this is the right way. There's no Bible and magic. There's things that work for people and things that other people have tried, tested things throughout millennia, but it doesn't mean that there's not new ways or other ways or different ways of doing things. I think there's some things you go, well, that's a little, maybe I see things and I go like, wouldn't do that. Like, I've seen people use Coca-Cola for a spell. I don't think Coca-Cola has anything of value in it to put into a spell. That's my opinion. Someone else may use Coca-Cola and have a great result. I just wouldn't personally use it for a spell. I've seen people use oils that I think are just fragrance only, and cheap fragrance at that, and kind of garbage oils. And I think, okay, all right, if that works for you, I'm sure you put the intention behind it, and you're the one that made it work. This is what I always say to people. It's like, it's not about the tools of magic. It's not about even what you do with those tools of magic. It's your intention behind it. And those tools are there to help push that forward when you feel a little wobbly, or give it more power. So when we're talking about working with crystals, the cleansing aspect is to clear and wipe the slate clean. The programming is to tell it what to do. And the charging of it is for you to put your energy, your imprint, and give it some oomph, give it a boost. Do you have to do it? No. If you're like, I don't get what charging is, I'm not into it, it's not my path, I'm not feeling it, doesn't feel right to me, then don't do it. But if you try it, I always encourage you guys to try things. Try working with Coca-Cola. And if you get some magic out of Coca-Cola, oh my gosh, you're a special person. But if you're working with a gemstone, which actually does have some intrinsic value and some intrinsic magic, something that really is particularly magic in nature, you can put like that energy, your energy. It's like making, you have this little vessel that you can put some power into and some juice into. Why not? You know? Can a lamp be beautiful if the lamp isn't turned on? Sure, it can be beautiful. But when you turn that light on, it adds something else. It adds light to the room. So I think that for me, that step of empowering something, of connecting to it, charging it, is satisfying for me. But you try it and see, all of those steps are optional. People say you must cleanse a candle before you work with a candle, because you've got to get all the energy off the candle of the people that have touched it before. I've never cleansed a candle and I've had great results. Well, I have tried cleansing a candle and seen no difference in results. Let's just say that. So I don't bother anymore with cleansing a candle before I work with it. Are there legitimate, wonderful, magical workers out there and root workers who cleanse their candle every time? Yes. It works for them. Great. It's amazing. But I don't bother with it. It just doesn't seem necessary to me. I've never found any difference or found any, benefit of doing it. So why am I I'm a lazy witch. If I haven't told you before, I'm a lazy witch. If I don't have to do something or don't want to do something, I don't do it. I want to do the easiest, most pleasurable way. My philosophy is it should feel good. If it feels good, do it. My whole philosophy in life is a bumper sticker on the back of a 70s van. If it feels good, do it, people. All right. Okay. Violet is there. Hi, happy Sunday to you, Violet. Sarah says hi. Hi. Sarah was in my beginning and advanced tarot class. Hi, Sarah. Violet says this guy and I had mutual feelings, and what happened was my friend, in quotations, managed to sabotage it. He doesn't want to talk to me and has blocked me. What would help me bring him back and communication back? Okay. Also, can you do a video on candle readings? I did a video on candle readings. Oh, it's not out yet. Got new videos coming, guys. So on YouTube, there'll be some new videos coming up that I'm going to post. I'll post one today for you. Maybe I'll post the one on candle reading. I think I did one on candle reading. I'm almost positive I did. I did them about 2 months ago, a while ago. So I've forgotten what I did. I think I did one on candle reading. So we'll talk about, maybe I'll post that one today. All right. So in your particular situation, I cannot address like what happened with you guys and what to do about it, because it's probably something that deserves to have a reading. You should have a reading about the situation with a trusted reader and find out more about what's underlying, because sometimes people have an idea of, particularly in relationships, sometimes in career stuff and money stuff. They're like, I want, this person to come back to me. We had an argument. But what you may not see is that you may not have to do cleansing work around that, or you may have to do some work to heal that person. Maybe they have some issues that are deeper than what the argument was about. So without doing a reading, I can't address particularly what's going to help in your situation. However, in general, when you have a situation where you have someone that's not talking to you, this is general advice. I would say you want to do something that's like a talk to me spell. So you could do a talk to me vigil candle. You could do a lips candle. And I would recommend a lips candle in blue for reconciliation. Blue is the color of reconciliation. So doing it with blue, you can use reconciliation oil or return to me oil. You can use herbs of reconciliation like balm of Gilead and cornflower and lavender. These are all sweet, calm, tranquil, healing sort of herbs. So you could sprinkle those around that blue candle. But a lips candle or having a fixed candle, which is the vigil candles already fixed, they already have the herbs and the oils in them for reconciliation, would be the place, or for talk to me, first, talk to me candle, and then follow it up with reconciliation work. But you need to just start talking again. That's the problem. So you look, in a sort of general way, I can say, well, you need to start talking again, but I don't know if there's underlying issues that need to be addressed. And so without knowing the particulars through a reading, it's hard for me to say if that is going to have a result or not, because what if he has a history of this and this is his MO, or he has old history and bad feelings toward women? I don't know, without looking at the cards, I can't really tell. So If there's underlying issues, you may not see a result. If the only issue is that there was an argument, then those things that talk to me spell should have some good effect if everything else is okay. So hopefully that helped. And yeah, take a look at that. There's a spell kit that's a speak to me spell kit. Speak to me spell kit has the candle, and you can pick the color that you want, has herbs in it and so on to open up the conversation. Sabrina Speaks and Teaches says, so glad I caught you live. I'm so glad you're here too. Okay. Crystal 1117. I saw you have many spell kits for money manifestation. Which one is most effective for a new high paying job? Okay. So you want a new job. You have choices. So the choices you would have are this. You can do a job, like if you want a job that's like a long lasting job where you climb the ladder of success and you get higher and higher and more money, but you want to kind of stay at the same company, then what I would recommend is a green pyramid candle and using steady work oil on that green pyramid candle along, or on the support candles, but along with any kind of money oil, prosperity oil, which is long-term. These are long-term energy. So those are the kinds of things that a pyramid candle has this. I mean, let's talk about candles and the representational candles and those figural candles and what they bring to the table. I said many times, you can use any candle. You could use a birthday candle. You could use a tea light from the dollar store. It doesn't matter what candle you use in essence if you're doing a candle magic spell. Because again, where does the power come from? It comes from within you and your intention. So you use a crappy, cheap birthday candle. It doesn't matter. The advantage that we have is as we add these other things like spell kits and figural candles and colors and oils and herbs and incense and all these other things, is that with each of those, we're giving a little more of a boost to our intention, a little more focus, a little more of a powerful rocket to our what it is that we're wanting. So you can grab a green candle from the dollar store, or even grab a white candle, which is a basic universal candle color from the dollar store, and set it and forget it, right? Just do it. But I like to work in a very focused way. And I like to bring in support for the work. If I'm going to put the energy into having something come to me, I want to make it the very best. And so I offer these other tools beyond what you can get at the dollar store, so that you can give your spell work that extra like oomph and that extra focus and that extra power. So, you know, while there's a million people out there selling paraffin candles, I sell beeswax candles. I sell some paraffin candles that I don't make. The Blessed Herbal candles and the Motor City Hoodoo candles. Those are paraffin candles. And I think they're very valuable because they have color and they have oils and herbs in them. So they have something there. But the candles I make, like I always say, I'm not being braggy about it. I'm saying this because of the level of kind of magic that I like to do. Is when I was doing magic, I wanted to have figural candles that were made out of beeswax, because beeswax inherently has an amazing amount of power in it. It is manufactured by bees. And to get 1 ounce of beeswax, the bees have to make 1 million trips to flowers. 1 million trips, sometimes flying miles and miles to get to those flowers, sorry. So the power in that is that you have this energy of all those bees working very hard to make that little amount of beeswax. And then, you know, your candles are 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15 ounces. You've got millions of bees that have put their energy, they're living creatures who have put their energy, their hardworking energy, by the way, into that beeswax candle. So I wanted there to be beeswax candles that had that sweetening effect of honey, that had this power of the bees to make something really, really special for my special spells. I'm not suggesting to anyone that you do every single spell with a beeswax candle, but when you have something that you're really profoundly spiritually connected to, and you really want to work at it, and you really want to give it everything you've got, then a beeswax candle, you cannot get better than a beeswax candle. It is the best candle you can buy. It sincerely is. So now that I've told you why I make beeswax candles and why I'm so in love with them, So for your candle spell, like I would recommend you get a pyramid candle if what you want to do is to work at this company a long time and you want to build, you want to get to the top of your game, right? So when we think about the pyramid, the shape of the pyramid, how long have the pyramids been around? Thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I think they're like 2,500, 3,000 BC, the pyramids in Egypt were built. I mean, it's an amazing thing. Those pyramids still exist. They are so old. They are so ancient, and they have been stood the test of time. So if what you want, whether it's love, relationship, prosperity, health, whatever you want it to last, then a pyramid candle is an excellent choice for that, because it is about something that's strong and long lasting. You want your prosperity long lasting. You want your job to be long lasting. Great. Then a pyramid. Pyramid also has that quality of going up to the top, right? Like, if you think about like even an org chart in a company, there's all the people that are like kind of the lower entry level people. There's a lot of them at the bottom. There's only one CEO. There's only one CFO. There's one president. There's a couple of vice presidents as we start to move down that thing. So if what you want to get is to the top, the pinnacle, the peak, then the pyramid candle is also very focusing for that. In this representational shape, the magic in that is that it is a shape that is focusing on what it is that you want. It energetically adds a little extra oomph more than a plain candle. So if that's what your aim is with anything, health, I want to get to peak health. I want to be an elite athlete. I want to be most famous opera singer. I don't know, whatever it is that you're wanting. If you want to get to the top, then a pyramid is a great shape. You just choose the color. Now, since work has to do with, it has a couple choices. You have money, which is green, because you said high paying job, right? But you could also use a gold candle, yellow candle. Yellow candles are for success, right? They're also, yellow is another money color because it's like gold coins, but it's primarily success. So maybe you want to be the most successful, and that's where you want to focus your energy. So you bring in that color. Then you can add steady work to that candle. You could sprinkle it with, gold glitter. You can do all kinds of things that you can add to it. You can put herbs around it for attracting that job, gravel root, grains of paradise. You can put money herbs, alfalfa, blue flag root, patchouli. If you have a business, you could use bayberry. I mean, there's all kinds of herbs that are for money, and you can find those money herbs on my site. So, or you can get the books and, find those things. Basil is another good one for money. Cinnamon, it makes it happen faster, and all kinds of choices. So, kind of, if that's your energy, then you want a pyramid. If you want, like, you have special intentions about what you want this job to be, you could do a 7 wishes candle, 7 knob candle, and you could put 7 different wishes. I want this job to be high paying. I want this job to have nice people to work with. I want this job to offer me lots of ability to, get promotions. I want this job to be close to home. You could put 7 different wishes, or you could just put 7 of the same wish on those 7 knobs. You burn 1 knob each day over 7 days. It's like burning 7 little candles. So you're setting something where you're going bam, 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 7 times to set your intention. So that's another way of working with this. So, I mean, I could give you 4 other options, but those I think are going to be 2 of probably your best options, either a 7 knob candle or a pyramid candle in gold, yellow, which represents gold, or green. Yellow for success, green for money, whichever one you want. You can also, guys, do this. You can do your pyramid in yellow and have green support candles, or vice versa. Same thing with the 7 knob. You could have 7 knobs and 7 support candles in the other color to give it that energy too. So that's why we have support candles, because we can bring in it, put a new oil on them. We can have a different color energy we can add to it. And so it gives us more flexibility. So I think that hopefully answers your question. I have a pyramid candle video up on my website. If you go under instruction how-to videos, you'll see a pyramid candle video up there. And I think I have some stones on it too. So there's all, these are all kinds of options. I have support candles around it. You can use some gemstones for, citrine and lodestone and pyrite. Those are all good for money and attracting what it is that you want. So those are going to be good. Hopefully that answered it. Yes, I'm going to upload video candle readings. Everyone wants to know video. Sorry, video, not candle readings, video. We're going to do a video on candle readings. I'll do that today. I'll put some new videos up this week for sure. I've got them ready to go. I haven't done it because I've been working and doing readings for people, so I haven't had a chance. I'll do one tonight just for you guys. Violet and Mystic Girl at the Crossroads. This one goes out to you. I'm going to do a video for you today. It's like a DJ giving requests on the old time 1950s radio station. Okay. Carmen Pisces. Carmen, how are you? Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you in so long. I don't have a question. I just want to tell you I miss you. I've been at the beaches every weekend. Poor you. Thank God for YouTube. I send you a letter with for your eyes only. Okay, I'll look for your letter. You're so sweet. It's so sweet. You guys, I love you guys so much. You don't even know. Like one of my highlights of this week is being here. Virginia's here. Virginia and Sarah are starting a little business together. Connie's here. Hi. I see some of my clients here. Millie has a question. Millie Perez, how do I take away negativity? I can't sleep at night. I'm sorry. Insomnia is no joke. That is not good. A cleansing bath is very good for taking away negativity. So if you haven't done a cleansing bath, and here I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about cleansing baths. Cleansing baths are used for clearing away negativity, and they can be also used simultaneously for you want to clean negativity around a certain topic. So for example, you could do just a pure overall cleansing bath, right? Tell you how to do it on video on my website. Go to Parlor of Wonders instruction, go to how-to videos. You'll find the cleansing bath, how to do a cleansing bath or do-it-yourself cleansing bath. I don't know what I call it, but basically it's this: a handful of sea salt, a handful of Epsom salt, and then you add a condition oil. The condition oil tells, on some level, you could talk about programming a crystal. Salt is crystals, right? And you're programming that crystalline water to do something that you want it to do, through your intention, of course, primarily, but giving that support by using the condition oil, right? So a condition oil that's overall good for cleansing, I'll give you some examples. Van, Hindu grass oil, uncrossing oil, if you feel like someone's attacking you magically, Jinx killer oil that is used for removing magical blocks that people have thrown. So uncrossing is more for like people are trying to destroy you, curse you, some really negative stuff. Jinx killer is more like they're blocking you, they're stopping you, there's somebody intentionally doing that. Now, not all blocks come from somebody going, I'm going to get you. Jinx killer is like evil eye, someone's, had jealousy or something like that. That's particularly sent from someone. You could also do some opening energy, that maybe you have self-doubt, or maybe there's just like life circumstances that are blocking you from having your success. Then you could use road opener oil, or if things are really tight and really stuck, then you can use blockbuster oil. And those are all oils to sort of generally remove the blocks in the road and open things up to you so that you can go forward, right? Clear things up. So if you don't know, it's just overall in your life, any one of those will work. But maybe your life is pretty good in most areas, but one area of your life is blocked. Maybe you're blocked in terms of, you have a good job and you're healthy, but your block is maybe in terms of relationship. Then you can do the Epsom salt, the sea salt, and add a condition oil for some kind of love. So whether that's attraction oil for bringing a love to you, or come to me oil because you want a certain person to come to you, or bewitching oil because you want to be more attractive and seem more beautiful to others out there, or look me over oil because you want people to notice you and have some choices in terms of a relationship. There's all kinds of things that you can use. So if your blocks are in a particular area, then you can use an oil in that particular topic. If, let's say, you have a great relationship, health is good, happy in every area, but you can't find a job, then I would recommend doing something for prosperity, or doing something for steady work, or doing something like in that area. So that's when we use those conditional oils to sort of tweak and refine our intention and support our particular intention. But if what you're having is a negativity overall, then you want to use one of those overall things. If you're not sure, if you're not getting messages from your guides, or you're not sure if that negativity is something that's coming from within you, or somebody is trying to, block you, or even worse, then having a reading with someone or doing some kind of work with a pendulum even can help you define what you should get, which oil you should get, and so on. So I guess there's an airplane going overhead. All right, so let's go back to Instagram. White hellebore, what are some, and I didn't get the rest of it, so hopefully I'll see it. Phantom Poodle, that's my Chelsea. Hi, girl. Jules Island Gal, Madam Pamita, what is the best thing to use to take off cigar spell? Take off cigar spell. That looks like a typo. And I'm not sure, a cigar spell, unless someone's doing some work with spirit work, because you can use cigars in spirit work. And I know that's a lot of like the Afro-Caribbean religions use cigars in magical work. I don't use cigars, so I don't know if that's what you're asking or if it's a typo or what happened. It's the autocorrect problem. So I don't know how to answer that one. White hellebore. Okay, here's your question. I acquired a few horseshoes and wonder what I can do with them beyond hanging them over the door. Okay. You can hang them upright. You can hang them upside down. Whatever your tradition is, you can do it like a U, or you can do it like this. Some traditions, whatever your family did, there's no right or wrong way. There's just what feels right to you. Some people say if you hold it upright like a U, you're keeping all the luck. But some people say you're not letting the luck flow down on you, and you need to turn it upside down so the luck flows out like it was like a vessel. So whatever feels right for you, up or down. Check with your family, your traditions, what you feel. I think always judging by what feels right to you is probably the best way to go. You can dress that horseshoe with luck oil. You can do general good luck oil, like good luck oil, for example, or you could use Lucky Buddha, or you could use Lucky Mojo. Those are all good luck oils. So if you want to just have a general good luck thing, I'd dress that with that. And I would do it on a regular basis, like maybe once a week, putting a little, a couple drops of oil on that horseshoe to keep it powered, keep it empowered. It's like feeding a mojo bag or feeding, a lodestone. You want to kind of do it on a regular basis. So once a week, once every 2 weeks should be good for that. All right. We just have a few more minutes. I want to say one thing, because I said it at the beginning, but I want to say it again for the people in the back. Now, the people who came late, I want to say it one more time. If you have a magical business, I want to make a big announcement. I've got a big new exciting thing that I'm doing. So people that have a magical business, are starting a magical business, or want to start a magical business, anything, spiritual services, yoga, being a tarot card reader, doing, making candles for clients, whatever you're doing. If you're interested in joining a mastermind group, I'm starting 2 mastermind groups, one for beginning and wannabe spiritual entrepreneurs, and one for experienced spiritual entrepreneurs. Starting those, I'm going to send out a message in the next couple of days. Go over to my website. It's under instruction. You go to the bottom, you go to Magical Mastermind Group, and you'll see the place that you can fill out your information. I'll be sending an announcement about that on Monday or Tuesday. So you want to probably do that today, probably. If you're interested, it's a mastermind group is a weekly or bi-weekly meeting. In our case, it's going to be every other week. So twice a month, we're going to meet. And you get together and you share your successes, you ask questions, you get information, you get support, you get ideas, you get people to, get feedback for your ideas. It's one of the most profoundly powerful things you can do in a business. If your business has been going like this on the graph and you want it to go like this is the way to do it. I've had mastermind groups in the past. I don't have one now. This is what inspired this. Is like, I want to do a mastermind group. I also want to help people who are starting their businesses to get together and to support one another, because I know how powerful and profound it can be to have a mastermind group where you get together, support one another, share ideas and everything. If you want to know more about mastermind groups in general, go over to that page, because there's a link that I put sort of in the middle of the page that tells you why a mastermind group is an absolute necessity if you have a business. It really, really is, because it's going to keep you accountable. It's going to be fun. You're going to have support. You're going to have ideas, and it's going to make the momentum of your business go so much faster. So I would love to see you in there. We've got almost a full group for, I think, our beginners. We'll see who, stays, but I've almost got a full group for there. I have a few more spaces in the experienced one, although we have a nice sized group to begin with. So we're ready to go. So if you are at all interested, I'm going to send out an announcement about it tomorrow. And so do it now. And then otherwise, when we start the group, then people will have to go on the waiting list. So if you want to get in, you got to do it now. So the first meeting of it is to get together. It will just be to sort of formulate things. And then we start the group officially on that second meeting. So come and do it. It would be so much fun to have you. I would love to spend time with you. I'd love to learn from you. And I'd love to share ideas that I have. So if you have a business, please, please, please do it. All right. So that was my last pitch for that. And then we're going to start it this week. So let's see. Ellen on YouTube. Hello. I want to thank you for your thought on my autistic son and negativity. I understand it better. Oh, that's so sweet. I remember answering that question. That is like, I think your son is someone who can teach you and show you a lot, and someone who is truly a magical being with his own wishes and desires. And it's like, you two are going to find a way, and you're going to learn from him. I mean, you got to be just a good enough mom. That's what I also say to parents. You don't have to be a perfect mom. You just have to, or a perfect parent. You just have to be a good enough parent. And I know that you're way more than a good enough parent to him. So that's really sweet to hear. One last question. Connie M, I'm doing candle work, and the third time the candle burned completely, 0 wax was left. Would you interpret this as 0 resistance where I work? Yes. So let's talk about, that's going to be in that video that I've been having a request for, and then I'm going to post, which is about how to interpret how to do a candle reading, how to interpret candles. So when you burn a candle and you find that there's no wax left, so wax left over indicates that there's something that needs to be done on the material level. There's something missing. There's something more that you have to do. When your wax burns completely and there's no leftover wax when the candle is completed burning, what that tells you is that there is nothing on the material level more that you have to do. You're doing the right amount of work. What does that mean? Well, if you have, for example, you're wanting to bring in, we've been talking about jobs, right? So you're putting out resumes, and you're lighting a candle, and you're thinking, God, could I be doing more? Should I be going to networking things? Should I be doing this? And then you get a candle where there's some wax left over. That's telling you, yeah, you could be doing more to get that job to come to you. You're meant to be doing more. That's a way for spirit to really show us something, a direct message. But if your candle burned completely, it's saying you're doing the right amount of work toward this on the material level. Okay. This is about action, doing things, in relationship, I'm waiting for someone to call me, and I'm not hearing from that person. And then the candle wax is there. Oh, maybe I need to be doing something more. Maybe I need to be reaching out. No candle wax, then waiting is fine. So it's kind of almost like you can tell by the degree of candle wax how much work you have to do on the material level. If there's a ton of candle wax left over, you got a lot of work to do. But if you have just a little bit or none, a little bit might mean you could tweak something a little bit on the action level and dial it up a little bit, maybe turn it up one more on the knob, on the volume knob. But if you see none, it means you're doing the exact amount of work. What you're doing is right. It's kind of a confirmation that the level of material world action you're giving toward this is the perfect amount. And then you look at things like soot on glass or stuff like that. And I'm going to get to in the video. So we're almost out of time. So let's see if I have any more. I love you guys so much. I think we're going to be probably getting our countdown in a second here on Insta. Maybe I can answer a super quick question on Insta. And then Melicia says, hello from Miami. Faith and Encouragement says, you're beautiful inside and out. Oh, there's my 2-minute warning. So sweet. Thank you, guys. I didn't have time. For those of you that came late, I did not have time to put on makeup. I was like doing readings, and my readings ran over, and I had 3 minutes to get. That's why I'm doing this not even outside. I didn't even have a chance to move my stuff outside today. I'm doing these readings from inside my room because I didn't have time to move my computer or my gear out. So you get to see my workroom at home today. You get a little sneak peek. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming here. I love seeing you every Sunday. It's so magical for me. I hope you love it half as much as I do, because if you love it half as much as I do, you love it a lot. And I love you guys so much. I love the relationships that we have. I love seeing your familiar names and faces every week. It's so sweet to me. And it just makes me super happy. I love you guys. I love you guys. So next week I'll be back again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, I can tell you the last minute, my costume. I have should I tell you my Halloween costume, or should I wait till next week? Should I wait till next week? I'm going to be Marie Batoinette. I'm going to be a Marie Antoinette bat. Imagine that. I just got I don't have them here, else I would show you. I got my little vampire teeth that I'm going to put in. And I'm going to make a Marie Antoinette wig that's black. And I got a cool little bat wings that I'm putting on a Marie Antoinette dress. And I did it all cheap. I did it all in the cheaps. But it's going to be cool. I've been working hard on it for months. I make my costume. It takes a long time for me to put together my costume. So Marie Batoinette. And the other thing I did, on a spur of the moment, I bought a Glinda the Good Witch costume for no reason. That's how cuckoo I am with costumes. All right. No special day for that one. I wear that every day, right? Come in my bubble mobile. All right, you guys. Bye, Instagram people. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye. I'll see you next week. Bye. 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 There goes the Instagrammers. YouTubers. I'll see you next week too. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to put up a video. This one goes out to Violet and Mystic Girl at the Crossroads. This video is going out to you. I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to put a video up. Hopefully the video up about reading a candle, because I think I did one about reading candles. If not, I'll put another cool one up for you and do it. Be up there in 5 minutes. Okay. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye. I'll bring my Valley Girl accent back next week. Bye. I'll make up on too. Bye.